Hello everyone, today I'm doing another analysis video of a table tennis game that I played recently in a 2-star tournament, and this was a good game. It was close, but I'm going to have a look at what I did well and what could have been better, and maybe some tactics that I could have done as well. The frustrating thing that I'm going to point out to you guys is that she is using pimples on the backhand, on the black side, and I did not notice for the entire match. And what pimples does is, I think they were short pimples, but I'm not great at knowing. I don't really understand the difference between long and short pimples, but pimples in general don't give, can't really create spin on the ball so much. You can only really hit it flatly, but I'm not sure which one it is, either with long or short pimples. It like inverts the spin somehow. Or I think if you play a topspin ball and they just pass it back, it comes back kind of floaty, kind of almost a little bit of backspin. And then I think if you chop the ball, if you give some backspin and then they chop it back or push it back, it comes with topspin back, I believe. So it's you really have to change how you play the game when you realise that someone is using pimples. And this umpire wasn't really paying attention for what the score was. You can see with her backhand, she sort of has to go almost. Well, it looks like she goes under and over the ball, but it's quite a big stroke to compensate for how you can't just sort of flat it. You can't sort of flat hit it. Okay, I'm going to focus in and have a look at the quality of these points. So she seems to chop all of the serves to her backhand, so that long topspin serve works quite well. And she just pops quite a lot of my serves up. So my serve game is going quite well. It's just that I'm not able to finish them. I think for that backhand finisher I was standing too upright.
I'll give you updates every set. Every set, tell me how we look. Some people still have them too.
Long rally there. I didn't really feel confident to really push in and attack the ball as hard as I could. And that's the first game to her. She won that quite convincingly. I will fast forward it. Here we go. She does quite well at keeping the ball on the table and putting an amount of speed onto the ball as well. And quite deep as well. Most of her shots come quite deep, apart from the ones that pop up from my serve. Oh, did that go on? No, it missed. But still, she got to that ball and she could very easily have hit that on, so that was well done from her. My forehand is definitely my stronger side. I need to work my backhand. And one of the returns earlier in the previous game I was using my shoulder as usual instead of my wrist, so I'm really going to focus on that in training. Okay, that was nice. The first forehand was a bit gentle, and then I saw the opportunity and ripped it. Ooh, long rally. So there's four or five forehands to her forehand, and then she was blocking them back really well. I gently just put it to her backhand, and that got me the point. Nice forehand down the line. I hardly ever play forehand down the line, so I'm happy with that. Again, and yeah, this is an interesting game because she was hitting some nice shots to my backhand there. Good serve from me. I just couldn't really, well, debatable whether it was good or not. Most of my serves are going long, and for more experienced players, oh, look at that spin, that was nice. For more experienced players, they would be able to attack these long serves, but this opponent keeps popping them up, which is good for me to attack. So that, I just hit that way too flat. Didn't use any wrist at all, just punched it with my shoulder and my forearm. That's what made it go into the net. That one too passive as well. You see, that's the problem. When I make mistakes on my backhand, I then just start blocking or pushing instead of attacking at all. And that, you know, that gives the opponent the advantage. It seems like whatever I do with my backhand, something goes wrong. Either I play passive and it goes on, but that allows them to finish the point, or I try and attack and I just miss. So it's getting the consistency. Either I need to work on just hitting quality pushes and blocks, not just passing the ball back, putting a bit more speed on the ball, or getting my attack more consistent. You can see I'm frustrated because I know I'm just using my shoulder. I need to use my legs there, stay a bit lower, and use my wrist and forearm. More of a shorter shot is like more compact stroke. It really makes me nervous when I just see myself blocking like that, because it feels like I'm just passing the ball back, and although I'm moving her around, those balls can just be attacked because they're just topspin, or they're just floating. Really. Okay, second game to me. Here we go. So that previous game was nice for me. I really stepped it up, managed to get some nice forehand finishes on the table. It'd be nice to see me serving slightly short, because I am focusing on getting good backspin on the ball, and I think that's why it's going slightly longer. Because to have a good difference between a short backspinny serve and a long fast serve, that will just make the quality a lot better. Okay, I've mainly been focusing on serve and receive, so I'm going to look more at rallying tactics. Yeah, that was okay for me. I didn't give myself enough room on the inside out forehand. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Pushed it and then attacked. Okay, and then, you know, once you get a few good points, you feel you get slightly overconfident, go for an ambitious shot. again, it's happened a few times. I'm just passive on the backhand, give it slightly too high, and she finishes it with the backhand. He's quite good at doing that. You can see that, she put quite a lot of spin on that push, so I needed to lift it up a little bit more. That was a nice return for her. I don't know why she apologised. Was she not aiming there? Yeah, so if you pay attention to when she serves, she often flips the racket around. You see there, did she? I'm not sure if she did flip it then, but sometimes she flips it so that she can serve with the spinny rubber side, the red side, and then return with the backhand. See if I can understand when she is pushing with the red rubber, I know that it has slightly more spin on it, whereas when she chops it with the backhand like that, it's less backspin and more floaty. The recovery could have been better there. I won the point, but if she hit that one back, I don't think I would be able to return it. I'm happy with that. Hopefully I get that point. Yeah. I think I won that point before the barrier got knocked down. Ooh. So I return her serve quite well to my backhand, and then I sidestep to the left to go for a forehand, and in that moment she puts it to my wide forehand, so that takes me off balance a little bit. Second game to her, third game to her, so it's 2-1. Here we go, next game. I'm nodding my head because I'm trying to stay positive in my mind. I know that although that backhand ball went out, at least I went to attack instead of pushing it back and letting her, the ball potentially going high and her finishing it with her backhand. So just trying to keep a positive mindset here. Fast serve to her middle. She covered it with her backhand, and it went into the net. Same serve again. It often puts people out of position because their backhand is naturally on their backhand side, not in the middle. And when you play it to the middle, it's naturally in their crossover. So they've got to decide whether to play backhand or forehand. And like me, she often returns with her backhand, which means she's just in no man's land a little bit. If I play it wide to her backhand after that, she's out of position. Okay, that was nice. The forehand before that finisher, I think I just, tried to lift it slightly too much. The ball came quite high. I could have gone over the ball a little bit more. And it's something I forget sometimes in table tennis, that after you open up with a spinny ball, you need to lower your racket angle slightly and go into the ball more, often with more power and more speed, because it's more, your first spinny ball, when it's blocked back, it comes back with topspin rather than backspin, so you need to go through the ball more. Yeah, I decided to push that serve, which is fine. Yeah, so I'm happy with that, because she serves it to my forehand. Most people realise that I'm weaker returning on my backhand, so prioritise that. It's always nice when someone serves to my forehand and I can get into the open rally relatively easily. Good. It's nice when I get into this rhythm where it's just sort of simple. You just serve, they push it back, you step around, hit a nice forehand. Ideally, that's my bread and butter, really. That's the easiest way for me to win points. So, 2 games all now into the 5th set. Is her serve. Here we go. Did that go on? I'm not sure. I think it did, because I'm slightly frustrated. Yeah, that serve to my forehand, I probably could have attacked instead of pushing. I think it was slightly too far back from the table there. I was leaning in too much. Backhand I find really difficult. You really need to be in the right position. There's not much compensation that you can have like on a forehand, I think. I think because it's a shorter stroke, there's quite a larger space for you to hit the forehand in. You can hit the forehand quite close to your body if you need to, although it's not great. I suppose because I've got quite long arms, I can hit it quite far away from my body as well, but for the backhand it always needs to be from the centre of your body. So you need to make sure you're in the right position. Okay, so similar reaction when I do a fast serve to her backhand. She chops into the net. Oh, that's lovely from her. But really, I gave her that opportunity for pushing the backhand back. When you're serving, you should always look to attack the third ball. I think it's 5-3 her. Yeah, the umpire is just daydreaming. Does not know what's going on. Yeah, she's doing very well on her backhand. So maybe at this point I should have sensed this, and oh yeah, that's great. Maybe I should have sensed this and just gone for returns to her forehand instead, because she's getting into a nice rhythm now. Yeah, it's frustrating. So I hit one good serve and it goes out. I go for the same serve again, and I just can't finish the ball. I think I went for a slightly floaty serve, so I was expecting it to come back with not much backspin, but still I try and lift it up too much, as if it's got backspin, and it goes out. I call a timeout here. Every game that I lost, every match that I lost in this tournament, I called a timeout when often when it was in the 5th set and they're 3 or 4 points up, and it works quite well because it lets me visualize the next few points, visualizing me attacking properly, recovering well, as we take a few deep breaths. So here we go. I think that serve was just too heavy backspin for me to attack. Oh, long rally here. That was hers to finish, really. I was on the passive side blocking. She hit a nice forehand cross court, which I managed to get back, which I was happy with. Oh, that's not the serve that you need to miss. I think that was the right idea, going for short backspin to her forehand. It just needed to go on. And I think that's the end there. Frustrating because I just can't get the shots on. The consistency isn't quite there, but I hit some very nice shots there, especially with the forehand. And I know what I need to practice on now, really. The backhand, making sure I move, and trying to play for my strengths as well. That serve and then step around, hit a forehand worked quite well for me for a few points. So that's the end of the video now. Feel free to comment if I missed anything out, things that you think I need to tactically improve on. Where were her weaknesses that I didn't manage to see? Thank you for watching and have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.